To all my women, to all the queens out there, this celebration is for you. This party is for you. Come on out and join us. The Father's Wish New Deal. This is your main man, Orman Gideon, the Mead of the Sons of God, the first and the last. We taking it all the way back to ITV in the beginning. We know how to treat you like a queen. See, we have AI, the answer to everything. AI stands for Abundant Life Intelligence. We have the answer to abundant life, the life you've been promised. We celebrate October 31st, 499 years. It's the celebration, the 499th year since the transformation began. Come out, celebrate with us. We're going to celebrate for 7 days straight. 499 year celebration. All my women, check it out. To my women everywhere, my American women especially, and my African American women and women of color in particular. Stop settling for servitude. You have been caught in the Game of Thrones, and it is finished. The game is over. The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords has won the battle. It is finished. He is going to rule with the iron scepter, but you're sleeping with the enemy. You're looking for love in all the wrong places. It's time to come home.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
That's what the party's for. Did you hear it? Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. This is the same creator of heaven and earth. The same one who spoke and said, let there be light, and there was light. So whenever he speaks, it's done. He said, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. We celebrating here today, ladies, because his kingdom has finally arrived. For 3,000 years, the Greco-Roman Empire has fought to prevent this kingdom from coming. And I'm going to show you some events that took place that marked the end of the Greco-Roman Empire and ushered in the kingdom of the Father and his will being done on earth exactly like it's done in heaven. Because the Messiah also said, I am the first and the last. And the reason this is important and why we celebrating it, ladies, is because no period of time on earth's history has a woman been treated properly except in the beginning. You don't even know how you are supposed to be treated. Because in the beginning, The Creator never had to tell Adam, Adam, love your wife. Never. He didn't have to do that because it was automatic. He didn't have to tell Adam, love your wife. But when he got to the earth, when he came as the Messiah before they crucified him, he trained his disciples and sent his disciples out, and Paul, the apostle to the Gentiles, who the Greco-Romans are, Paul had to tell the followers of the Messiah, husbands, love your wives as Christ loves the church. He had to tell them that because they didn't know how to do it. Adam didn't need those instructions because it was all natural. Adam was perfect. Adam's love for Eve was perfect. And I happen to be a son of God, a son of Adam and son of Eve, not a son of Abraham, not a son of Caesar, not a son of Ishmael, not all these other sons who are branches. I'm a son of Adam, the original root. So we're gonna show all these individuals who want to be renewed and restored and recycled back into the image of God. We're gonna show them how to be sons of God. We're gonna show them how to love daughters of God like you're supposed to be loved. I'm gonna show you.
All right, so it's your main man, Dr. Life, again, in the business of saving lives. All right, a member of Alien Nation. We live in this world, but we're not of this world. Still here in Trenton, New Jersey, the hip-hop Nazareth. Does anything good come out of Nazareth? Could anything good come out of Trenton? Yes. Trenton makes, the world takes. Dr. Life, my brother RPG, and my other brother, the Sovereign Money Changer, we all came out of Trenton. So yes, something good can come out of the hip-hop Nazareth. So, to finish where I left off, I'm still in Trenton, right? But last time when I did a clip, I told y'all it's a whole new era. The old era is done. That old kingdom is done away with. What kingdom am I talking about? That European rape of Africa, right? That era, European rape of Africa. It's over with. It's a new era. The everlasting redemption and abundant life. Brand new era. So the reason that your era ended, I mean, since we in the Donald Trump era, since y'all in the Donald Trump era, we might as well all speak freely, right? Because Donald Trump is just saying all of the things that y'all must be scared to say. Y'all in the closet with the comments. Y'all in the closet. Y'all scared to voice them yourselves. So Donald Trump is getting all this support from all these closeted individuals of the old era. All right. So that's why I'm here to expose why that old era is done away with and why y'all don't have any candidates who could even come close to the nomination in this new era, in this new kingdom of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, who God said his son, Michael Emmanuel, Jesus Christ, the great I am, would rule until he made his enemies his footstool. So his foot is on the stool right now. That's why it's his new era. And then once he stands up off that footstool, he's going to come back and he's going to rule with an iron scepter. So that old era, that old time period where he just gave the Gentiles, his Gentile children, who were the descendants, you could trace them all down through Cain. I'll do it through the clay history segment. I got a whole clay history joint where I explain the whole lineage from our day all the way back to Cain and Adam and Eve. The ITB clay history. No book ever written by a man even come close to getting within 2,000 years of the in the beginning clay history where we start from the very beginning. Because every last one of y'all books is steeped in European, Western, Darwinian philosophy, Hegelian science, science of alchemy, That's where all of your knowledge comes from. Your science, your history, your mathematics, your everything. So, and especially your religions. Every religion, pagan, Christian, Islam, whatever religion it is, any book that's written, you can't get close to in the beginning. King James Version, the Quran, the Baha'i faith, Darwinism, no book ever written gets anywhere close to the start date of let there be light.
So, women, I am going to explain the root cause of the attack on your lives from the very beginning. So, in Greek and Roman culture, the Greco-Romans, they all worship this demon, false god, Pan. All right? Pan is the most primitive and the very first way that Satan was worshipped by Cain. Cain was the very first son born on the earth who did not worship God. His brother Abel entered into the everlasting covenant with his mother and father and worshiped God. But Cain chose to worship Satan. So thousands of years later, after he led a life of darkness because he said, my punishment is more than I can bear because I'm going to be separated from your presence. Separation from the presence of God is total, utter darkness and ignorance. And only Cain experienced that. His mother, his father, and their other children that they had who remained in the worship of God, they had wisdom. They had access to the knowledge and the power and the majesty and the wisdom of God because they communed with God face to face on a day-to-day basis. When he came down and walked in the garden and said, Adam and Eve, where are you? That wasn't the first and only time and the last time that he came down and communed with them. That was a normal occurrence. That was the relationship that they shared. And Cain knew that because he made the wrong choice, he no longer was going to have that access. But that's what Satan wanted. Satan wanted a child who was supposed to be a child of God to choose him and who would then become his children. They're called the sons of Belial, the daughters of Belial. And they bring forth the fruit of Satan, the fruit of the dragon. And this is the deity, this is the emblem, this is the idol that they chose to worship Satan as from that primitive period. Cain and his children worshipped Satan in this form, Pan. Now, why is this important to women? Because in Greek mythology, every one of their Greek gods, including Pan, were obsessed with raping and defiling women. Raping and defiling women. That's what Pan does. And this is the god that they worship. Pan stands for panic. That's where you get panic from. So when sexual assault is going on, that fear that a woman has when she feels like she's fighting for her life, or she feels like either she has to allow herself to be violated and abused, or she will die, that panic, that is the essence of Pan.
So they say it's a man's world? Well, I don't see anybody's name on it. While they were out doing their thing, we slowly changed all that. We changed all that! Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
For generations, heart disease has been our #1 killer, striking women of every age, color, and culture. Heart disease claims one woman every minute, killing more women than men and more women than all cancers combined. I don't know about you, but I intend to stay alive. Fight the lady killer. Get heart checked.
I am a dark shadow that lurks in the lives of so many women. Yet so many of you still pretend I don't exist. I am the lady killer.
Ladies, this is Armin Gideon, the Mead. Why fight the lady killer when you can defeat it entirely? We have the cure. We know how to wrestle with God and men and prevail. We are sons and daughters of God. So even though Pan is attacking you, we can show you how to defeat the lady killer. We have the cure for heart disease. Let me show you the cure. On the left, you see the results of the attacks of Pan. Panic, the Belial veil, a daughter of Belial. But on the right, you see a merry heart doeth good like medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. See, Satan knows if he can attack and rape and ravage and destroy your body physically and destroy your life mentally, physically, spiritually, he can break your spirit. And when he breaks your spirit, he breaks your heart. Your bones dry up. But the sons of God, the sons of Adam, just like Eve when she ran into the arms of her husband Adam, he covered Eve. He covered Eve and protected Eve from the attack of Pan. Only the sons of God have the ability and the divine weapons to demolish the strongholds of Pan in your life. Come home, all of our daughters. It don't matter where you've been or what you've done. The Creator has given every woman who marries a son of God an abundant life insurance policy, a guarantee. He said, I will make your pains in childbirth very severe. With pain you will bring forth children, but your desires will be towards your husband. And when your husband is a son of God, not a son of man, not a son of Belial, when he is a son of God, he knows how to love you the way Adam loved Eve and cover his rib and give you a merry heart instead of a broken spirit. Here he says, if you come out of Babylon, the Lord will keep you from every disease. He will not inflict on you the horrible diseases you knew in Egypt and in Babylon where you are today. But he will inflict them on those that hate you. We have the cure for the lady killer. Come out of Babylon today. Here he says, if you follow the blueprint of Eve, even though she ate the fruit, she refused to enter into a contract with Satan or Belial, and she turned and ran home and entered the covenant with God. He said, if you do that, I am the Lord who heals you. Reject Satan And finally, women, this is why you have the bullseye on your back. This is why Pan wants to attack you and defile you. Because of this promise. I will put enmity between you, he's talking to the serpent that she has wrapped around her, between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He, the Messiah and Redeemer, Jesus Christ, will crush your head, and you will bruise his heel. This was the first prophecy given to Eve, a woman. She was the first prophetess. She was the first evangelist. The Christians, the Jews, the Muslims, the Catholics, the pagans, nobody has elevated the woman to her rightful place and status except the sons of God, Adam, and all of his descendants from Enoch down to Noah, through Ham, Job, and still here today, Armin Gideon, with alienation. We call home all our sisters and daughters and women. Come back. God restores. It's time for some R&R, replenishment and redemption. We'll clean you up and sit you on your throne, the Diamond Queen of Salem. Come home today. In part 2, I'm going to tell you exactly how you do all of that. That's why we celebrate. That's what the party is about. October 31st, we reestablishing your throne, the Queen of Salem, Queen of Righteousness. That's who the women are. Come home, we're going to clean you up. On October 31st, not only will we be celebrating your freedom and abolishing slavery, but we also will be giving out first-class tickets to the wedding feast and providing the transportation. My queens, you have a simple choice to make. Reject Pan, the lady killer, who is also the beast, Babylon, on the screen, and accept your inheritance, your abundant life inheritance that's yours.